The Messari Report is in for the Cardano ecosystem and it doesn't look too good. We'll look into the details of this report and find out exactly what you guys can do to possibly help the Cardano ecosystem thrive just that little bit better. We also see the price of ADA rising right now as well, and we're looking into the reasons why that might be happening. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right, we got a lot of details here to go through, but I'm Peter Buey, by the way. If you haven't seen this channel before, make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe on your way in, and I'll keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening in the crypto and Cardano space as well. But let's have a look at this report from Messari. This is the tweet here that came out, and overall, this first part here looked quite overall positive. The stablecoin market has gone up by 30%, DeFi diversity scores gone up by 13%, and the treasury balance for Cardano has gone up 5%. But if you look into some of these details, the treasury balance has gone up because we haven't been using it. We're still locked into governance at the moment, the initial stages of the Cardano governance ecosystem, and the outflows of that haven't been triggered yet. So this treasury balance will go down at some point in time. The stablecoin market here, yes, it has definitely gone up, and with USDA and USDM leading the charge there, it is definitely looking really good and overall quite positive. We still don't see USDC or USDT, those native implementations of it, anywhere near the Cardano ecosystem at the moment, and we may not see it for quite a while until this stablecoin market is actually built up with USDA and USDM as well. But we may see that change very, very soon. Let's have a look at the report in a little bit more detail, and we'll have a look at the key insights. Now, the Cardano Constitution, this is that whole on-chain governance side of things. The Cardano blockchain is now fully decentralized in regards to its governance layer. It's gone through 2 additional hard forks, the Pollen hard fork and the Chang hard fork, and those 2 hard forks have given the community the ability to now unlock funds from the treasury. At last look, I think it was 1.7 billion ADA in that particular treasury. So it's a lot of money in there. And the whole ecosystem is looking at ways that we can spend this through various proposals that have been put up at the moment. But we won't see much activity around that for maybe another month or two as the governance process continues. So we've still got a lot to go through before the on-chain governance actually starts to kick in. Now, the circulating supply of ADA has decreased by 21%. And here, the fees in USD decreased by 28% Q-on-Q to 1.3 million. So it's gone down quite a bit there. And it's something that I think the ecosystem could really push to try and drive up at the moment. The other factors here, the DeFi TVL decreased by 29%, and the stablecoin market cap increased by 30%, like I talked about before. Now, at this point here, I did want to talk about a bit more the fees and also the DeFi TVL overall. Now, these 2 factors here are created by the users on the ecosystem. We all keep talking about we need more user adoption, we need more people on chain, increase that on-chain activity, we need more wallets, etc., etc. So we need to see that on-chain activity. But you have to ask yourself, what have you done for the chain lately? What have you done for the chain lately? So, for example, have you participated in DeFi lately? Have you tried out staking on a particular platform? Have you actually interacted with the various dApps out there and done something? Now, I ask this specifically because I know at the meetups that I run, I ask this question and I don't get any hands raised within the audience. There's tax implications, there's lack of knowledge, there's risk factors as well. If you participate in providing liquidity on the DEX, there's impermanent loss. There's all sorts of things, and I totally get that. But there are definitely a lot of really simple things that you could do and interact with that do have a benefit for the chain in regards to increasing the amount of transactions that are on there, and hence increasing the fees that are raised, and also increasing the amount of TVL because you're interacting with smart contracts and locking liquidity. So there are a lot of things that we can do. Now, please, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't encourage you to invest any more than you could possibly lose. This stuff is very risky overall. So please educate yourself and get some financial advice around it all. But there are definitely staking platforms that you can do that are very low risk. Things such as just staking your ADA on a stake pool. Great, that's the very first step. But if you ever looked into the staking rewards for ADA at the moment, they're starting to diminish over the years. When I first started my stake pool 4 years ago, it was roughly around that 4% mark, but now it's around 2.2%. So it's dropped dramatically. And there are things that you can do at the moment to actually increase that yield. So you can try boosted staking on Fluid tokens, or using OADA and SOADA, a little bit confusing there, from Optum Finance. So there's different platforms that you can use out there that you can just convert your ADA into and then start earning some extra yield from. So it's kind of a really easy way to get into the DeFi ecosystem at a very low risk. You also have the option of getting USD stablecoins, whether it's USDA, USDM, JED, whatever it might be, and providing liquidity to DEXs in those stable coins. And because the stable coins, whatever it might be, are equal value, you don't really need to worry about impermanent loss as much, because one USD is worth one USD in whatever stable coin you look at, as long as there is liquidity behind that stable coin to support that price. So there are definitely easy ways that you can get into the Cardano ecosystem that don't really put you at a large amount of risk. There's also Bodega markets, which is a prediction market, and it's a really easy way to put some ADA down into a smart contract, place a bet on a particular prediction, and you can possibly earn some extra yield on that. So there's lots of different options here, and I highly encourage you guys to check out what is possible within your level of risk so that you can get some of these opportunities, drive up the transactions, drive up the fees, and drive up the TVL for the Cardano ecosystem. So if you're not doing any of that and you're crying, hey, we need more users, we need more adoption, but you're not adopting the chain yourself, I think you need to think about that for a moment and see what you can do to participate within the Cardano ecosystem. Now, I do have a video that I've released just recently. This is Trading Cryptocurrencies on Cardano, the Beginner Bag Builders, episode 001. This is a brand new series that I'm doing. I'm trying to do it on a weekly basis where I'm looking for opportunities and teaching you guys how you can get into the Cardano ecosystem. So please check out that video, links down below and in the top right-hand corner for you up there. So do check out that video. It'll try and start you on your journey into the Cardano DeFi ecosystem. Now, this other stuff here, this price of ADA at the moment, you can definitely see it's leading the charge in regards to price action. And it's definitely pretty exciting. And if you have a look here, this was the trading pairs. I think this is from CoinMarketCap, but you can see what market is actually driving the volume of purchases for ADA at the moment. And if you look at the ADA Japanese yen pair here, it's literally 10% itself. So you got the ADA USDT, but that's pretty normal to see it at 10%. But ADA Japanese yen is equivalent, it's even more than that. So 10.7%. So it's definitely increasing there. Now, I really do suspect, this is pure speculation. I'm not an economist, so I don't know these things in great detail, but it's all to do with the Japanese bond yields here hitting their all-time high. Have a look at this chart here, and you can see visually from this chart what's going on here. So the bond yields, this is the Japanese government debt. They put out these bonds, and people can purchase that debt to help fund whatever the Japanese government is doing. And the bond yields at the moment have gone incredibly high. So I believe there is an easing of the Japanese government buying these particular bonds. So hence there's less of demand, and there is a lot more of the yield boosting up. So that the boosted yield is supposed to attract investors into the bonds and purchase them, so the bond yield will actually go down. It's that type of mechanism to control the purchasing and selling of these yields. So at the moment, it seems like it's going up quite a lot and is spooking investors. So they may be very well looking at other opportunities, such as buying into ADA, which Japanese holders are huge fans of, buying into ADA and maybe offsetting their risks there. So that is pretty interesting, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. There's lots of things happening in the Cardano ecosystem at the moment, but I'm keeping this update fairly short really key important things here with the Messari update and the price action because of the Japanese markets here. Now, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, notification bell on your way out. And a big shout out to all the channel members out there. That little bit of money that you throw at me to support my coffee addiction is much appreciated. So you guys are absolutely fantastic. I'll do a big shout out for you guys next week. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.